For this DIY, you're going to need a simple straw bag, as well as some embroidery thread, which you can pick up at your local dollar store, a pair of scissors, and not shown here, but you will need some needle and thread later on in the DIY. As you can guess, for this DIY, you're going to need a ton of tassels, and while there are a lot of tutorials out there, I'm going to show you how I prefer to make them, but I'll also link some other tutorials down below. But what I like to use is a piece of cardboard and wrap the embroidery thread around about 20 to 30 times, just depending on how thick you want your tassel to be. From there, I cut off any excess string, making sure that there's a little bit of a tail because you're going to need this to create a knot and to create the top of the tassel. So from there, just loop it through all of the thread that you put around the cardboard to create a small knot. And from there, you just pull it off of the cardboard, tying a few more knots around it just to make sure that everything is secure. Now that you have the knot at the top, you can take your pair of scissors and cut the loops in half, creating your tassel. And the last step you want to do is, with a little bit of extra string that you have at the top that we use to create the knot, start wrapping it around the top of your tassel, and this will create the little ball at the top. So do this as many times as you can, and you can use one of the tassel strings and tie a knot using the string that you made to wrap around the tassel with the tassel string, if that makes sense. And this will just create a secure knot that won't have the tassel coming loose. As mentioned, you're going to need a ton of tassels, so keep repeating this process until you get as many as you like. And I did mine in a whole bunch of different colors, but if you want to use all the same color, you can do that too. It just depends on your preference. Or if you want to do all like neutral colors or maybe pastels, there's tons of different options that you can go with. Before sewing all the tassels onto my bag, I wanted to make sure that I like the way that the colors kind of fit together onto the bag. So I placed them all down flat and just found out the right color coordinates, or whatever you want to call it, just the way that I liked all the colors kind of fitting together on the bag. And while I was thinking about using a hot glue gun for this, I really didn't think that it would help stick the tassels as well as just taking the time to sew them on. So just using some needle and thread. Make sure you're just using a thread color that matches your bag, and just start sewing the top of the tassel, so the knot that we created, onto the bottom of the inside of the flap of your bag. And just repeat this process until you have all the tassels all around your bag and you're done.